Vegemite butter, 75% butter, 25% Vegemite. That is Australian. You're welcome, everyone else. Hello, I am Millie Alcock, and I'm going to be playing Australian or not Australian.
A shoey.
A shoey? It's Australian. It's Australian. For those that don't know, a shoey is an alcoholic beverage that you drink out of a shoe. I feel like performers do it on stage. Australian performers do it on stage. And teenagers, I think I have done a shoey in a park in my youth. Wouldn't recommend it. It's not like a regular thing. People aren't just whipping off their shoes and pouring beer into them, but you know what it is, you know? Like, you know what a shoey is, so Australian.
Fairy bread.
Australian. I love fairy bread. The fact that more people don't do fairy bread is fabulous. And fairy bread, for those that don't know, is a piece of your cheapest, whitest, softest bread with a lot of butter and hundreds and thousands, also known as sprinkles, on top, and you cut them into little triangles. I mean, they're for children. They're for children. You get them at like kids' birthday parties. I've definitely had my fair share of fairy bread. It just looks really cute.
Uggs.
Australian. Uggs were Australian because the brand is Australian, or the Ugg is Australian. I feel like there was a thing where Ugg, like a different company from a different place in the world, like trademarked the word Ugg or something. Uggs are American. Oh, there you go. I thought it was the other way around. I thought you guys like trademarked it off us.
Thongs.
The word or the item? The item? Australian. Thongs are Australian. They are flip-flops. For the rest of the world, it's not the underwear. Get your head out of the gutter. Yeah.
Saying, g'day, mate.
I mean, it is Australian, but it's also, yeah, it's Australian. It's Australian, but it's not like we're all just saying, g'day, mate. It's kind of, it's like a marketing thing, I think, as well. I think it came from that. That and shrimp on the barbie. Because we don't call them shrimp, they're prawns. They're prawns, they're not shrimp. That was a part of a big marketing campaign, I think, back in the day.
Pavlova.
I know it's New Zealand, but I still eat it at Christmas. It feels very Australian to me, but I know that technically it is not. It is originally from New Zealand. It's a cake. It's just a cake.
Chicken salt.
Australian. You guys are fools for not having chicken salt. Chicken salt is basically like, I don't know if it's actually chicken seasoning, but there's no chickens in it. You have it on hot chips. It's like onion powder, salt, pepper, garlic powder. It's dry, like a salt, and it's like very yellow. It is delicious and incredibly addictive.
Kangaroos in public.
Australian, you'll see kangaroos in public. Not in like major cities, but if you drive like outside of the city, you'll see them like on the street or sitting in your backyard or in nature, because you know, that's their home. It's not really our home, but yeah, you'll see them. You do not approach a wild animal. Full stop, point blank. You do not approach a wild animal unless it's looking like it is distressed or hurt or injured. I would not go near. It's an animal. It's gonna do what animals do, and that's protect themselves, and they're young, so be careful. Yeah.
Platypus.
No, they're so rare. They're so Australian. I saw one of them wild in North Queensland, I think. I think I was walking through a waterfall or something, and it was kind of just in a stream. Yeah, it was really beautiful.
Nicole Kidman.
Australian. I mean, she's like a national treasure. Big fan of Nicole, but never met her. Would love to meet her. Australian. Yeah.
Jacob Elordi.
He's Australian. He's from Brisbane. Never met him, but he seems like he's a very talented actor. I think there's always been a consistent amount of Australians in the entertainment industry. I think there's just a new wave because it's like a new generation of younger people performing and being seen by the world.
Kate Blanchett.
She's Australian. Big fan of Kate. She's amazing. She's so talented. Never met her, but would love to meet her.
Bolo.
Australian. I lived across the road from this bolo, the Petersham Bowling Club. My best friend's dad runs it. Shout out George and shout out Ari. I've been going there since I was 4 or younger. It's just like such a communal space. You can play lawn bowls. I think I played lawn bowls 2, 3, 4, 5 times Maybe it's just like a community place that like young families go, and then those kids grow up, and then you start. A lot of my friends would go there as kids and then started working behind the bar there. And there's live music, and they do line dancing and life drawing, and like it's just a really nice community thing.
Arvo.
Arvo, Australian. It's afternoon. What do you mean? I don't know why we shorten everything, actually. Arvo, Avo, Servo. You just pop an O on the end, and you're good. You're right as rain. Yeah. My favorite Australian word is daggy. It technically means the poop left on the back of a sheep's butt, but it's a term of endearment. So daggy is something that is really sweet and really sincere, but a bit lame and a bit not cool. So like live, laugh, love posters are daggy. Or you'd be like, oh, it was so daggy. So like bolos are daggy, but that's why they're so charming and endearing, is because they are, you know? Like your parents are daggy. That's my personal favorite word. Yeah, it's like a term of endearment.
Red rooster.
I mean, I think Australian, it's a chain. It's a chicken chain. It's a fast food chicken chain. I wouldn't say Red Rooster is really popular. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been home. I don't really eat fast food, so I don't know. Maybe. To some it would be. I've been home once since I left. There's such a good quality of life there. Just like being surrounded by the beach. Everybody's very laid back. I like the smell. The smell and the sounds and the people. Yeah. Like the smell, like a place has a smell. You know what I mean? It's the air, it's the density. It's like a very sensory, scent is like one of the most sensory things.
Vegemite.
Australian? I love Vegemite. I think it's great. Vegemite over Marmite, but I would still eat both. A lot of people do with cheese. You don't do like a lot of Vegemite, you do a very minimal, the ratio Vegemite to butter, 75% butter, 25% Vegemite. And there's like Vegemite scrolls, which is like puff pastry and cheese. And Vegemite, like a Vegemite and cheese sandwich is a big thing for kids. And for adults, it's a sandwich, you can have it at any age. I just like really good sourdough bread with like a lot of butter and Vegemite. I do have one in my cupboard most of the time.
Driving in bare feet.
Australian. My mother, or I think most people in my life, they would take their shoes off to drive. Because why would you wear shoes when you're driving? And like if you're coming back from the beach, there's sand everywhere, you don't want to put your shoes on. I feel like that's just universal. I don't think that's like Australian exclusive. You can tell when someone's not from Australia because they are so burnt. They are so burnt because the UV is really bad because there's a hole in the ozone. So you always have to wear sunscreen.
Ski fields.
No, not Australian. We have them. I think that's pretty obvious that the ski fields aren't Australian, but I have been skiing in Australia. There is snow, yeah. Just like not a lot and very consistently, but it's there. It snows, and then if people are paying to ski to keep the snow like not melting, you have to keep putting fake snow over the top of it, so yeah.
Bluey.
Australian. It's great. It's like a fabulous TV show. We would actually have it on a lot at home because my mum is a nanny, so she would bring the kids over and we would have Bluey on the TV. It's nice to actually hear my own accent in media occasionally, yeah. I would love to do more stuff in my accent. It's easier. There's more weight to words that I've said because I've said them for my entire life. So they hold different meanings and it's easier to manipulate it. I'm not having to think about what I'm saying or how I'm going to say it. So there's a freedom that comes with being able to talk in your own accent.
Wi-Fi.
We made Wi-Fi. That is Australian. Australia, yeah, we did that. We did Wi-Fi. You're welcome. Everyone else.
Google Maps.
I'm just going to say no. I have no idea. It was developed in Sydney before Google acquired it. Well, there you go. I've learned something new. Google Maps is Australian.
Flat white coffee.
That's Australian. We made the flat white. We did. I love flat white. Australian coffee is superior. I'm sorry, everybody else, but that's just my opinion. I like a black coffee. Yeah, like an Americano or a long black, I should say. It's been too long.
Superheroes.
Not Australian. Yeah, I did the screen test. Never done a screen test before. So that was a really interesting experience of like walking onto a physical set and having a cameraman, and then James was there and everybody was there, like all the big producers were there, like in Video Village, and they put me in like a long sleeve blue shirt and a red skirt and boots, and it was all very nerve-wracking, but very exciting. It was really interesting because it was only a few months later that I actually put on the suit because they were shooting Superman and I had to go and do my little cameo.
What the hell, dude? Why did you move the door?
So it was very strange to kind of just suddenly be in it and in somebody else's world, and it just happened very quickly. I just stayed really true to the Tom King comic book because that was our version of our story that we were telling. And I tried to contextualize her experiences and reality of space into the world that we exist in now. And like, what does this actually mean? I just kind of crossed my fingers and hoped for the best, basically.